Alrighty, guys, let's get into things tonight here on Late Again, but that seems to be the going case. Status quo, taking care of things in life, that'll happen. Good evening, Heat and Slain. Yeah, let's get into things here. Yeah, life and things in Heat. Yeah. Alrighty, I'm gonna do my coffee, my decaf, because it's so late. Alrighty, let's see what's going on in the tubes here tonight, guys. Happy Third Fry. Hope you guys are having a wonderful evening here. We're gonna get into things here. As I mentioned before, guys, considering streaming to other platforms, just to try things out. See if I can generate more visibility. We'll see how it goes. Twitch, as it stands, it is very difficult to build a viewership, as you guys know. So, yeah. Been here for a decade at this point, so time to try something else. But I don't want to lose my partnership, so I can't stream to Twitch at the same time. I don't know if it even matters, because I don't really do anything with my partnership, and I probably could get affiliate. Or just come back purely to Twitch. The Barbie trailer. Good. What do we got going on here? Oh, there's also the... I think we took a look at the voodoo brick. Yeah, we did. A lot of people apparently don't know what it is. Mm-hmm. The new Fast and the Furious pitch meeting? Sounds pretty good. Bungie's making FPS extraction games, probably gonna be Destiny. A lot of loot extractors that are very good. 460 Ti is only running 8 PCIe lanes. I don't think it matters. There's people bitching about that. I don't think it matters at all. Maybe we'll take a peek at that. I do want to watch the Smart Everyday video. That's an hour. We don't have an hour, so. Screw-in ceiling fan. Oh, that's all sorts of problems waiting to happen. You put it in a light bulb socket? Oh, Jesus, guys. Okay, let's take a look at DeBauer here and see what's going on. I'm going to do an upload. What's the value in partnership? I don't even know anymore. Because it used to be when you get to the high end, like partnership had a couple things. You get transcoders. I don't know if that's still a thing or if you just get transcoders when you're affiliate to. That was why I really wanted to be partners, because partners were guaranteed transcoders. So you can you can get lower versions of my resolution, which matters, right? That was a decade ago. You get more emote slots, so I guess more. I think affiliate maxes out at 15. I don't even think people use fucking smileys anymore. They don't use emotes. You like go into anyone's channel, they almost never use the channel's emotes. They have they have like 50 of them. They don't fucking touch them at all. They don't use a goddamn one. Maybe occasionally in a channel they'll use like 3 of them, but it's almost always the Papega the Frog faces, right? That's it, and that's universal to Twitch. No one uses them. And like emotes kind of went out like 4 years ago, I'd say. And it's kind of a weird thing to say, but I don't even think people care about emotes anymore. Like they look at them because it's like value, but they don't actually give a shit. Like they don't technically use them at all for the most part. So yeah, occasionally you'll get one that's trending on Twitch that's like a better TTV emote, but that has nothing to do with the channel. So I don't know. I don't fucking know. Partnership, you can get into like partner events, which are supposed to be exclusive, which you can't film anyways. Um, you get to call yourself a partner. There used to be like at the high end, there used to be a better revenue split, like a 70-30, I think it was, and that was only for the really high end streamers. Like top 0.1% of Twitch got to do that. And that's not saying a lot because I think majority of people on Twitch are actually in poverty. Like they can't support themselves based on what they make on Twitch. I'd say probably maybe only the top 4% can support themselves off Twitch, that are affiliate slash partnered. I'm not even talking about the rando streamers, just people in general. Probably the top, so 1 in 20 probably can actually support themselves and are above poverty line. That's just a made up stat out of my ass, but the amount of subs you get, and not talking particularly about my channel, but if you look at other people's channels, it very very much depends on your viewership and the amount of people like that are in your zone, so to speak. You get down to like 100 viewers streamers, and they struggle too. Maybe even a couple hundred streamers, they still struggle, and that's a lot. That's a lot of viewership. In order for you to actually make ends meet, it's pretty fucking crazy, actually. All you hear about is the streamers with 1,000+ viewers, but majority of streamers on Twitch don't have that. It's fucking ridiculous. Like you can just go into some of the smaller streamers' channels, and if they have a sub counter, you can get a gauge that. And it's usually around maybe 500 concurrent viewers where they can start making, like, putting aside someone that does something weird like OnlyFans. It's like around 500 viewers if all they're doing is Twitch, is right around when they start making ends meet, like poverty line level of subs. And that's pretty crazy. So, yeah, I've never met that. That's why I always had 2 and sometimes 3 jobs. In addition to streaming, which is also why streaming is on the back burner as far as time commitment goes, because I have other things that demand time that actually make me money. So, but partnership, I don't even know. You get to call yourself a partner. I've been partnered for not a decade. I'm almost a decade. I think I've been partnered since 2014. Yeah, PlanetSide 2 is when I got partnered at the end of PlanetSide 2. Um, yeah, I don't really know. Transcoders was a big one. That's why I really wanted to become a partner on Twitch, because of transcode settings. I didn't even give a shit about emotes. That's a huge deal for me because there's some back in the day. There's some people that could only watch you at lower resolution because they didn't have good internet. Pretending now that like people that can't support 8 megabit internet is pretty far fetched. Like if you're streaming at 6 instead of 8, like it doesn't fucking matter. Someone that doesn't have 6 megabit internet probably doesn't have 8 megabit internet either. That's very, very, very low end nowadays. So, majority of people are going to be able to watch your stream regardless of them possibly not being able to stream. Mobile is one thing, but I think mobile, if I remember right, always had transcode settings. It's always had transcode settings because it has to for phones. Because people have data plans and they just wouldn't use Twitch if they couldn't transcode. So mobile's always had transcode settings. Um, I honestly don't know. I don't know what the reason is to have partnership anymore besides having 40 plus like a lot of emotes, which people don't even use. A bunch of, well, I can use all of them. That's the thing is like if I don't stream to Twitch, I can use all of them. It doesn't matter how little like people watch Facebook gaming. I can do Facebook gaming, Kick, and YouTube gaming, and maybe Trovo, but Trovo's like mainly Russian. Um, but there's a lot of people like there's still Russians that speak English or people that watch Trovo that speak English. So we probably just get a lot of fucking Russians that hate me. Um, but I don't know. Like there's a lot more options if I don't stream to Twitch than if I were to stream to Twitch. And I could technically stream to Twitch in all those services, but then I lose my partnership immediately. So, and I want to be an affiliate. You guys can sub to me. I don't really have many subs, so it doesn't really even matter that much. And I get almost no revenue from ads anyways. So you need to have a bunch of people watching you to get ad revenue. Not that you like it adds up. It's multiplicative, right? I don't know. Like it'd just be everything, and obviously I'd tell you guys, and you'd be able to see it on my channel that I'm in other places. I think what I'm considering doing is streaming to other services and then streaming back to Twitch. So the way that works is you can't stream when you're live. I tried to contact, so you can't multi-stream is what they call it, which involves streaming from one platform, Twitch, to other platforms at the same time. So what I thought, I tried to contact support and they had no fucking idea what they're talking about because apparently this is something that most people haven't done. But I want to stream to other platforms and then add a delay, which technically makes the content not live anymore and stream it to Twitch, right? As a rerun. And they didn't really have an answer for that. I'm supposed to read the partner agreement and the Twitch multi-stream FAQ, which I did, and it doesn't address this at all because apparently people like Twitch just assumes that they're the big dog and you're going to stream to them first and foremost. So they don't take into account the fact that you're streaming to them as an afterthought. So what I'm considering doing is just running a rerun. I'm gonna stream to other services and just run my stream on Twitch as a rerun after the fact. Yeah. And not on. I was contemplating if it could like if you could just add a delay because then it's not live anymore, right? A minute, an hour. Technically, anything that's not live because of a delay isn't live anymore, and it wouldn't be prone to the terms of service. That's something you need to argue with a lawyer. I'm neither a big enough streamer nor do I have enough money to hire a lawyer to figure this out for me. So yeah, that it doesn't help me at all. Um, I don't know. Yeah, I tried to contact Twitch. I opened a ticket, asked them. I asked on Reddit, and they had no idea. And it's just like, look at the terms of services and figure it out. They'll be able to tell you, and it doesn't. It doesn't fucking address this at all. It addresses if you stream from Twitch to other platforms at the same time. What I'm contemplating doing is streaming from all the other platforms and then back to Twitch, and it does. That's not the same thing. So I guess I just have to wait till I end my stream on another platform and then stream it here. Um, yeah, as a restream. Yeah. Hmm. But yeah, I was thinking of doing. I was going to do Kick, YouTube gaming, and Facebook gaming all at the same time. YouTube gaming and Kick are the big one. Facebook gaming is kind of an afterthought, and just see what happens. Is basically what it comes down to. Probably do it for maybe about a month, maybe 2 months.
Hi and welcome back
Depends on how
to
many
another
people, how
video.
much interest I
Sorry
garner
if
on
I
other
might sound a
platforms.
bit different. I still got
Maybe I
something
wouldn't
like
come
a
back to
cold.
Twitch.
So yeah, you might
And if
have to
that's the
suffer
case, I'd
with
probably
me.
dump Twitch
But
as a partner and
today
affiliate
is
and
the
then back
launch
stream
of
to
the
Twitch.
RTX 4060
So I'd dump my
Ti, and
partnership.
since this is an MSRP card, we are
I sure
allowed
the
to
worst time I
stream
did? Yeah, I
content
mean, I've
with
talked
start
about that
delay.
for sure.
And to
This is
straight
when I'm
get to the
available,
topic,
so.
we will look
And I
into
used to
the
do the
hard
early
times
morning
like
hours, right?
Unfortunately, I don't have.
I used to do the 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. slot, and well, it did work, and as it was a good time to stream for people in EU. It didn't ruin my life, but it made my life very difficult to do anything normal people time. And every time I'd have to do something normal people time, I basically have to flip flop my sleep schedule, and that's something you don't want to do on a regular occurrence. That's very painful.
have an RTX 3060
Really fucks
Ti
up your
with
life.
me for comparison, but as you can see, my focus for testing was mainly to have a lot of
I think something I want to do prior to doing that, though, is just stream it earlier in the evening. But I have work going on right now, so.
Performance of the RTX 4060 Ti with 8GB will be just above the RX 6700 XT. It's about twice as fast as an RTX 2060 and about triple as fast as a GTX 1060. There are two things people are not happy about when it comes to the RTX 4060 Ti. One thing is a bit more present than the other, and that's mainly
Memory.
the 8GB VRAM. And I mean, Nvidia is totally aware of that, because when we got the product briefing,
I don't think it matters. I think this is completely overhyped. I've talked about this with Gamers Nexus. I think this Hardware Unboxed. I think this is completely overhyped, mainly because there's technology made to deal with this called texture streaming. And what it does is it streams textures in and out of the video memory to your system memory. And it does this in the background, stuff that you are not looking directly at. And this will happen depending on the implementation, how well it's done. It'll happen seamlessly, and you won't even know it happens. The technology was developed for the 360 and the PS3 back when they basically had no VRAM or no system memory, no VRAM, and very little just memory in general. And it worked very well. And that was over a decade ago. It's just that it hasn't been used in a long time because 8 gigabytes is a lot of memory, and as such, developers haven't really worried about it. Once they figure it out, it's not going to matter. So that's why we haven't been covering this at all, because it doesn't matter. I think it's just something Hardware Box has found, and they're kind of playing on because it's drumming up hype. So
cache than before, it needs less access to the memory than before. And so that means Nvidia is totally aware that the customers want to see more than 8 gigabyte. And I personally find
I don't think so. I don't think it matters.
Amusing when a company tries to tell the people.
And manufacturers, I think, can also add more memory. They don't. Manufacturers, as far as I know, I don't know if this is specific to Nvidia, but it used to be one of these things where manufacturers would actually slap a shitload of memory on low-end video cards that couldn't use it, and they'd charge more money for it. I don't know if AMD and Nvidia limit manufacturers so they can't do that, but there's also companies that they add more memory on, like in China, and that's specifically for crypto mining. So it's entirely possible, which means something's going on here where manufacturers don't think, there's this disconnect, where tech tubers don't really always know what goes on in crypto mining, and as such, they aren't really catching this, I guess.
People want at least 10 or 12 gigabyte of memory on this card.
No, that's just what Twitter's saying.
No, you're only getting 8. And that's pretty strange from my perspective, because typically as company, you should just sell what people want. And that's not what Nvidia is doing, which is quite confusing. And they are aware that people are not happy about the 8 gigabyte. I mean, it's also a very theoretical approach, because, I mean, we will go to some gaming benchmarks in a second, and all I can show you are FPS numbers of games that we have today, or maybe even older games. And a lot of people in the comments always say, yeah, but I might need 12 gigabyte of memory in 4 or 5 years, and I want to keep this card longer than just a year, which makes absolute sense. But we cannot test into the future. We don't know what kind of games will be coming, and we don't know
if
that's going to be relevant. Or maybe in the future, the GPU is even,
for instance, running a game at 4K even though you wouldn't right now.
The bigger amount of memory. So there are different aspects to this. But to me, the main aspect is if customers want to buy it, just offer it to them. I don't
future-proofing.
And yeah, so that's one thing about it. And the other one is going to be the PCIe slot, which we tested in today's video. But let's just go to gaming benchmarks first. In Cyberpunk, I decided to go for 1080p Ultra because only in this resolution I will get good FPS. And the 4060 Ti will achieve 84 FPS minimum and 120 on average. By the way, if you look at the chart, the blue bar will show you the power consumption. And to have it visually a little bit easier to digest, you can find the number of power consumption all the way to the left in the blue bar. And the 4060 Ti, as you can see, is quite efficient and will only consume 138 watt during Cyberpunk. I personally find it quite interesting looking at the RTX 2080, because at least in Germany you can buy it used for about 250 to 300 euro. And it's only about 5 to 10% slower than the 4060 Ti. But on the other hand, it consumes twice as much power, and it's lacking other features such as DLSS 3.
That doesn't matter. DLSS 3 sucks, and power consumption of 130 watts when you're playing games, it'd take you fucking forever to make up that difference in money. Even at 30 cents a kilowatt hour, which is what Germany is, I believe, 38. There's solar issues, there are green power issues. I think California is also around 25 right now.
The
cents a
4060
kilowatt
Ti,
hour.
however, can utilize DLSS 3 and will generate a huge amount of FPS, and at the same time will only consume 122 watt. If we then also enable frame generation, the 4060 Ti will be about 3 times faster than the RTX
I believe that's DLSS
2060.
3.
I also added Valorant as an high FPS shooter to my testing, and honestly, those results are quite odd. At least with the RTX 2080 and 2060, I was seeing so much higher performance than what I was expecting, at least compared to the 4060 Ti, which could also mean that the 4060 Ti is performing lower than expected. And I mean, I tested all of this 3 times and also swapped the cards in between to confirm it, and I still got the same results. So obviously something is wrong here, but as a tester or reviewer, I also find it very interesting and also important to show this data, even if something is wrong here. Because if I would just repeat the test until I get the test results I want to have, that's not really scientific. The RX 6700 XT will perform quite well here, and the average
Throwing out
FPS
data
is
you don't
higher than
like?
with the other cards. But on the other hand,
Make
it's
up data too.
suffering when looking at the minimum FPS, and it will be worse than the 4060 Ti. In Remnant from the Ashes, I decided to test in 1440p Ultra because the game is a little bit older, but it's very suitable for mid-range cards running WQHD. And the 4060 Ti will perform about twice as good as the 2060 and only consumes 136 watt on average. In Assassin's Creed, I performed the benchmarks in 1080p Extreme, because only in that region we will get suitable FPS, and the 4060 Ti will be on average at the same level as the RX 6700 XT. However, the power consumption is about 37% lower. And also comparing the 4060 Ti to the 2080, the performance is about 10% higher, but the power consumption is only twice as high. Now I also want to talk about efficiency, and same as the 47.
So this is just a 4060 Ti review?
And in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, in
I thought this was supposed to be up the PCIe lanes.
about twice as good as all the other cards in this test.
Like, there's
While
nothing
testing the
showcasing the
RTX
bottleneck of the
2060 Ti,
PCIe
I
lanes,
obviously
which is what you'd
plugged it
assume this is
several
about.
times into the board and took it out, and then at a certain point I was looking at a PCIe slot and I was like, wait a minute. I mean, only half of the slot contains traces. And then I looked into the reviewer's guide and it only stated PCIe 4.0, like not the amount of lanes. Then I checked with NVIDIA and they
I don't think it's
confirmed
matter. You
that
probably
it's
could
only
clock
running
it down
with
to 2.0 and
X8.
it probably is
I
where
mean,
it starts
it's a bit
bottlenecking.
odd because I mean you have the full size slot and it's only like half populated, and they told me that from their perspective,
Doesn't
a
matter.
card with this performance doesn't need a higher bandwidth than that. And also to remind you, an RTX 2060 is running 3.0 x16, which in the end is exactly the same as this one. So I thought, okay, I will just tape half of the slot, so it's only running with X4. I basically cut the bandwidth in half to perform additional testing to see if this card is bottlenecked by bandwidth or not. In Remnant from the Ashes, the card suffers by about 9% looking at the minimum FPS. However, in Times by Extreme, for example, we cannot even see any kind of difference. And in Assassin's Creed, we are losing 7% performance if the card is only running with 4 lanes instead of 8 lanes.
So this would be PCIe 3.0 if you don't have a 4.0 slot. Which is also, I don't know why you didn't test the version, because that's more likely you're going to encounter rather than having a 4.0 slot. But I guess it's technically the same thing.
Lanes. In Cyberpunk, you're losing 5% if the card is running with 4 instead of 8 lanes. So on average, it means that if we go from 8 to 4 lanes, we are losing about 5 to 10% in performance. So that's only a very little difference, cutting it in half. It will also mean that if we go from 8 to 16, we would probably see no difference at all. Maybe like 1% at best.
It's usually diminishing returns as far as PCIe. If you look at the benchmarks, he didn't explain this, but if you look at the benchmarks for a lot of cards, like if you're testing a 4090 and you want to see how much of a difference 4.0 makes compared to 3.0, when you start getting towards like the bare end is where you start getting like 4%, 5%, which is what I assume he's basing this off of, but he's not mentioning it to the viewership, the people that are watching this video. So there's more context that's actually needed here, why he's pulling this number out and saying it's the same. You're like, oh, it's double the bandwidth. It's X8 compared to X16, right? And it's double the bandwidth, but that's not the way it works. Is usually when you start getting towards the end, you'll see a little bit extra performance when it's just barely inching out the extra lanes it needs. So where this would really matter, as I mentioned, was probably between 2.0 and 3.0 is when you'd see the big difference. And that's even that would basically be like an X2 slot is what the way he's testing to be like an X2 slot. or PCI 2.0 X16, or excuse me, X8.
best. That means that Nvidia is actually correct here that this card with X8 lanes would
It
not
just
be
makes you feel
bandwidth
bad.
limited. Generally speaking though, the 4060 Ti just visually is a beautiful card. Similar to the previous like Founders Edition cards.
If it didn't have those gold
Beautiful
fingers and a smaller
design,
connector,
very
more
sleek,
people would be angry
very
about it.
elegant, and also,
Just visually, because it'll look different. You don't notice the traces unless you stare at it.
So there was nothing negative I could find, and now I simply want to also look into the card. So on the back we are starting with these two tiny
Small teardown. We aren't going to watch reviews on this. There's a bunch of people that reviews. I was
and
just curious about the
also
X8
dial
bandwidth.
shield we have to remove with additional Torx screws. And same as with a 4070, for example, you first have to enter with a like tiny screwdriver in the front. Then you can remove this magnetic backplate. Additional 6 screws later, you can remove this aluminum piece. And
Tape on
again,
there.
I mean, that
Thermal
is a
tape.
very tiny card. Here we have the cooler. I already removed
Probably
the
could make
card.
the cooler a lot
Only thing I
smaller than
noticed
this,
is if you
based
look
on the wattage it
closer
uses.
here, there's a tiny, like, now it's stuck to my finger. There's a tiny piece of copper, like you know, the pieces, the chips that fly off while probably milling across this
That
copper
could short
surface.
something.
Seems like Nvidia might have to talk a little bit with the cooler manufacturer, so they pay more attention on cleaning this.
Oh.
Because, like, theoretically, that could be a danger to the card if it's in the wrong place, becomes loose, falls onto like other parts, causes a short. Yeah, that definitely requires more control. And here we have the 8106 GPU. At least it should be that way. It's not marked on here, probably because it's a sample, but at least in theory it's the 8106. And I mean, just look at the size of the GPU. Also, in general, this, like 5 years ago, this would have been an entry GPU, just by the size of the GPU and like the interface that comes with it, because having only 8 lanes PCIe and then only a 128-bit memory bus, I mean, in the end, the memory bus width is nothing else than the amount of pins you have available for connecting memory ICs to the GPU. And like with this small PCIe interface and small amount of memory, it just saves a lot of space on the GPU and therefore allows the manufacturer to make it cheaper in production. But I'm not quite sure if that's something
It's a Founders
the
Edition.
consumer will notice price-wise. Just looking at the PCB, you can see that 3
Tiny.
faces are not populated.
4090 Founders
And I
Editions are
guess
also tiny too.
similar to what
The
we saw
fucking
with
heatsink's huge on
4070,
them.
there will be OC
Like you guys saw
designs
my
on
heatsink.
MSRP
I mean, the
cards
PCB
that
on my
will
car
use
is
the same
actually
kind of
huge too.
layout on the PCB, but then
Unrelated.
utilize all of the space when it comes to the faces. But apart from that, I mean, it performed fine for me, so I think also this configuration was okay. So much about the 4060 Ti.
Oh.
Generally speaking,
I believe
it
so.
is a very efficient card, similar.
You're asking
as
if you
the
got a
standard
cherry-picked
AR
sample?
GPUs, like the 4070
I don't know.
or even the 4090 in the end.
Pretty sure he buys them.
And,
He makes a decent amount of money. I mean, I told you guys about CNC machines, so.
For the 8GB
Yeah.
of memory, it's a question I cannot answer. Like, I mean, I see that it performs well in my tests and in my games, but we simply don't know what's going to happen in 40 years, if it's going to be relevant or not. And I mean,
I don't think it
if you look
matters.
at
Texture streaming
that it
is a
just
thing. It's
performs
been
the
around
same
for a
as
while. I think a lot of people
700
forgot about it,
XT,
or
or
they
at
never
least in
heard about it
Germany,
because they
you
were
can get a
kids when the
2080
PS3 and
for like
the
150
360
euro less,
were
and it will
big,
perform
which
roughly
is
the
like
same.
late
But it has
2000s.
twice as high power consumption. So much about this video. I can finally go to bed and rest. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time. Bye.
Yeah, nothing outside the ordinary there. Let's do a quick peach me, and then we're gonna move along. And we're gonna take time and watch Travel Geek tonight. Maybe tomorrow. I don't plan on watching Fast and Furious 10, so
So, you have a new Fast and Furious movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. And I think you can figure out what this one's gonna be called.
I've literally never been able to guess. None of these titles have any rhyme or reason to them.
Come on, give it a shot.
I guess Fast 10, as in fasten your seatbelts?
That's right, sir, you got it.
I got it? Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, Fast X, we're doing a Roman numeral thing.
Ah, dang it.
So anyway, in this one, we're gonna kick things up a notch, because get this, somebody from Dom's past is back for revenge.
Right, that's kind of always the case.
So this time,
This time it's personal. It's literally always personal. Yeah, but see, this time it's personaler. It's more, whatever, I don't care.
That works for me. That sounds good.
Yeah, so see, we're gonna flash back to Fast 5, and it turns out the bad guy from that movie had a son named Dante, and he's a very angry, sexy pirate.
Oh, sexy, angry pirates are tight.
And so since Dom killed his father and burned all his money, he's been studying him for 10 years to find out what makes him tick.
10 years?
10 years, and he finally cracked the code. You know what it is?
I feel like it's family.
It's family. Right, that doesn't feel like a decade-long riddle.
So now that he's figured that out,
It's time for some revenge.
so what does he do?
Well, he's gonna go force Dom to play Rocket League at the Vatican.
What?
Yeah, Dante set this big rolling ball bomb loose in the city, and even though Dom saves the Vatican, there's still a big explosion that destroys a bunch of stuff.
Oh my god, so a bunch of people die?
Ah, everybody's fine, nobody's hurt.
How?
Well, right after the action scene, we're gonna show a news report saying that nobody died, so people are gonna have to believe us.
Smart.
So it blames the Fast family for the explosion, and they become the most wanted people in the world.
Jeez, so I guess they go into hiding.
You know it. Well, first Dom has to go do some light posing in front of the Coliseum.
Why would he go there? That's one of the most popular tourist destinations on the planet.
So that'll be a cool shot for the trailer.
That makes sense.
So now the Fast family's kind of split up all around the world, and they have this agency after them.
What agency?
Oh,
that one. Okay.
So one of these teams is Roman and Tez and Ramses, and they've got to buy a new computer for hacking or something. I could not care less what it's for.
Okay.
And so Roman and Tez are gonna bicker as they do, and at a certain point, Roman's gonna take some dust from his pocket and just throw it up in the air.
What's that? What, did I miss something?
No.
All right.
Anyway, so then they're gonna try to buy a new computer from, oh, the random celebrity cameo hat. Yay. Pete
You mean Slope?
Davidson. Oh, that's perfect, because people know who that is. So when they see him, they'll be like, I know who that is. Exactly. So that's
Yeah.
going to be very fun for everybody. And then
Told
Han's
ya.
going to accidentally eat some psychedelics.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's going to be eating one of these muffins, and then he's going to look at it and be like, whoa.
Wow, so what effect is that going to have on the next couple of scenes?
Literally none whatsoever. We're never going to reference it again. And so that about concludes the most random scene I've ever written, mostly using Mad Libs.
Wow, wow, wow. Wow.
Anyway, so it turns out Dante is also targeting Dom's son, Little B. So Dom's brother Jacob from the last movie comes in to protect him, you know, as the fun uncle. It's gonna be the fun section.
Wacky fun uncle. He was completely serious and deadly in the last movie.
Hey, shut up. And so they're gonna have a fun little adventure together.
Oh, very fun.
Yeah, they're gonna commit multiple crimes together, even kill some people. The kid is gonna kill people.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna personally blow up several people in their cars using missiles.
Wow, he must be so traumatized.
Now he's pumped about taking those lives. He's gonna high-five John Cena about it.
Kid's kind of a psycho.
Such a good time making human bodies explode to death.
All right, so what else is going on?
Oh, not much. You?
In the movie.
You're not in the movie. What else is going on? Well, Letty got arrested during that Rocket League game in Rome, so she gets sent to a remote prison.
Oh, she does?
She does, all the way in Antarctica, so she's got to find a way to break out.
Sounds like that's going to be hard to do.
Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, this good agency lady Tess stabs her, so she goes to this medical area and is strapped to a table next to Cypher. She's from the last 2 or 3 of the 10 movies. She sure is, sir. And since Cypher is such a good hacker, she uses the little touchscreen on the side of their beds to not only set them free, but to gas every single guard in the building.
Why would that be accessible on a hospital bed touchscreen?
Unclear, but it is. So then her and Letty are going to have a little fist fight, because at this point it'll have been like 30 seconds since the last action scene. Oh my god, what are you nuts? Make them punch each other. This isn't a slow burn drama. Yeah, don't worry, they're going to punch each other.
Amazing. Pow, pow, pow.
Yeah, pow. And so eventually Dante's gonna manage to locate Dom's son. Oh no, he's part of the family. So now Dom's gotta go to Portugal, because that's where my dart hit the map on the wall of my office while writing this.
Very globe-trotty.
So Dante manages to kidnap Dom's son, and so Dom and Jacob have to do some very upset driving very quickly. Well, if that's not the promise of the premise, I don't know what is. But then some of the cars are dangerous, so Jacob sacrifices himself.
So he dies?
Well, sir, his car explodes into a massive fireball, so no, probably not.
Oh, okay, good.
And then this plane carrying almost the entire Fast family gets shot down and explodes.
Oh no.
And Dom and his son escape this massive explosion on a dam, only to have the dam be exploded itself, and a huge wall of water rushes towards them.
Oh my god, oh no.
And so, yeah, Wait, what? I feel like that's a natural cutting off point. That's a good place to end that. We're just ending it there. Nothing's resolved. Yeah, we'll see what happens in a couple of years. I think that's a good place to leave it. I don't know, man. I think we're gonna need to give people a little more than that. I can have Gal Gadot pop out of a submarine and reveal her character's not dead. That'll work, yeah. Okay, great. So she pops out of a submarine and we cut to credits. Well, maybe a tiny bit more for people. We can bring back some other character we haven't seen in a while in a mid-credit scene. Perfect. Yeah, that'll distract people from the movie just kind of ending in the middle of an action scene. Hi everybody, it's Ryan George here. Thanks for watching that pitch meeting. Hope you liked it. I'm sorry it's got to come to this, but if you don't forward this video
Dwayne Johnson vowed he was done with Fast and Furious amid his feud with Vin Diesel. Here, The Rock changed his mind about Hobbs' Fast X return. Yep. Good.
Hi everybody, it's Ryan George here. Thanks for watching that pitch meeting. Hope you liked it. I'm sorry it's got to come to this, but if you don't forward this video to 7 people, you're gonna get a curse, a really, really bad curse. We're going back to the early days of email forwards. You will get a curse from a witch. I'm still working out the details, but you're gonna like a bad curse. So anyway, I'm sorry for that, but thank you for watching. Thanks.
Oh, I forwarded a Twitch chat, so I'm safe, guys. It's all in your hands now. Okay. Let's move along. Let's get into the Reddits so we can get on to some OWs tonight here. I don't move, they can't see me. I've actually seen people try to do this in live games. Saw it on the Reddits. I believe so. If you're willing to put up with growing pains with it, yeah. I don't know if it's a 750 or 770. It's one of the two. They're actually really good value for the money you're paying for them, especially nowadays. That being said, you can also buy a used video card off eBay, and you're going to get a really good value on that too. So, it really depends. I think it's equivalent of 6,600. You have to re-review. I know they're a good deal. I don't know what the equivalent card of though. It's a 770 or 750. It's one of the two. Is the good value. Yeah, like they're actually really good for the money right now. Comparably, that's because video cards are overpriced as fuck and doesn't include secondhand market, I believe. So you can get a 3070 for pretty cheap too. Nvidia 3070. Lots of crypto mining cards coming to market. Parts pre-owned. 285. 2080 is what I had. You get a 2080 for $180. Oh, parts. Parts. 15. You get a... Good luck selling that. You get a 2080 for $215. And I'm pretty sure that's a lot better. You have to look at a video. It's kind of curious on top because I don't know the direct comparison points. We watch videos on it. Curiosity here. Not Gamers Nexus hardware unboxed. think this has data points for anything other than Intel. Cost per frame. 770. Is there 750 in here? No. What? Why isn't 750 in here? It says 750. Did not do the 750? Then they're testing at 2080. 2080 would be the equivalent of 3070, which is down here. So I'm pretty sure you'd just be better off buying a used 2080 than you would be to buy one of these. And that's a 772. So the 3080 or 3070 is here, and 2080 I think is equivalent to like a 3765-ish. So a little bit slower than this. And this is a fast one. This is 770. Generally, they only look at new video cards, though. They don't include the used market, which is why the used market is so disruptive. And one of the reasons I think Intel and AMD, NVIDIA, I tried to get so far away from it. They don't like the idea of you using slide and crossfire to upset their product segmentation. 3070 / 3065. 3065, I think, would be a 2080. Take a quick look. 3070 versus 2080. Benchmark. Oh, let's go with GPU check. Bunch of random shit thrown together. Problem with looking like at cumulative websites like this, it's just it's a random database with a bunch of numbers in it that no one verifies or actually does a good job of comparing against each other. Like 20% in favor of the 3070, 11%. Your benchmark is very biased, but that's usually associated with AMD. So there isn't any gaming benchmarks here. Uh, 2080 looks like it's better off than 3060. That's when you start getting to the low end cards and they start lopping off shit. So yeah, so it's like a 3065. 2080 is, and you can get for 215. So it's a much better deal than a 770 is, let alone 750. Like I mentioned before, if you are buying like mid to / low end, don't even buy new. Buy something off eBay, assuming you have access to it, because there's the 30-day money back guarantee. Like if you're call it buyer safeguard or whatever it is. You have 30 days basically to return the card if it's defective, so you have plenty of time to test it out. Make sure you didn't get a piece of shit. Back in my day when I was buying mid-range hardware, eBay was not nearly as stocked out as it is now. So I wouldn't hesitate. There's some things I wouldn't buy new on eBay, power supplies, hard drives, especially mechanical hard drives, even SSDs I wouldn't buy new. But otherwise I wouldn't hesitate at a GPU. Or CPU. Finally beat GM Rheinbot. Like the option RMA. Some even still have warranties, so and if you want to pay more money for warranty, you can do that too. All depends on how much you want to spend. I don't think you really have like. I'm not gonna be your RMA for you, but I don't think there's really I wouldn't hesitate. 30 days is plenty of time to test out a video card. They don't just randomly die. Some hardware just doesn't die randomly out of nowhere. CPUs are very, very resilient. Video cards tend to be very resilient as well. Fans might die on it, but that's once again one of the things you can check. New Reddits. I don't mind recommending buying stuff off eBay. AMD R9 7900X3D is available on for $500. Of course it is, because it is an abomination. Want to game and do productivity, but you can't afford their 900X 3D. I mean, I wouldn't even say that because you'd have to use more than 6 cores. That's the problem. Swear to God, there's just looking at like Twitter and Reddit, it seems like more and more like every year, maybe every over the course of months, it seems like more and more like Reddit becomes like part of me. Like the way that people nuance and talk about stuff almost sounds like my what was it called? Not dictation. Basically my nuances are in some of their posts. That right there. X3D shouldn't exist. Not really. If it was 2 Vcache cores, it would make sense. It's not. People might even buy it over the 7950 X3D. Maybe, maybe not. Because you still have 2 different chiplets. Really weird bird. I don't know what AMD was thinking with that. It's neither has enough cores to be... Because most games fit within an 8-core chip, so you don't spill over to the other 8 cores, right? So if you have a 7950 X3D, you can put the game almost entirely on the 8-core chips. Some games might use more than 8 cores, however, highly unlikely anytime soon. And then, it spill over to the other non-X3D cores. Most games, Overwatch, for instance, fits inside of the Vcache cores, the 8 Vcache cores. In the case of 7900 X3D, it only has 6 Vcache cores and has 2 chiplets, 2 6-core chiplets, and one has Vcache and the other one doesn't. So if you use more than 6 cores, it's going to start using part of the other 6 cores, and they're not going to have the cache on it, which is going to slow you down. It might cause other issues too, you don't know. There's a lot of weird issues when things aren't symmetrical. Because programming doesn't like non-symmetrical things unless it's made for it. So 950X to 7800 X30 upgrade or downgrade? Upgrade, in my opinion. Shouldn't have bought a non-X30 chip in the first place. That's why a lot of people held off, because it didn't make sense to buy 6 months ago or 8 months. Actually, longer than that. It's almost 10 months ago. Long time ago. Duty Reds. What about you CPUs on eBay? Yeah. CPUs are very resilient, as I mentioned. They either work or they don't. And you can just run a Prime 95 and see if it works. And if it doesn't work, then you send it back. So. Boring. Oh my god. Are they talking about hook camping? Hello, and hear Hunter's lullaby for the 6 game wrong. A lot of people, for some reason, you're supposed to give a shit that people are bored. I don't fucking give a shit that you're bored. Boredom, by the way, is another way of saying people are going to get shit on, and they don't want to get shit on. When people aren't shitting on people, they go, I'm not, like, I'm having fun. And when people get shit on, they're like, I'm bored. And I don't know, it's the fucking newest thing is where people say, I'm bored when they're getting shit on. And like, why would I care that you're bored? Like, they're trying to make their problem your problem. Like, you are at fault for them being bored and being bad at the game. People do it in Overwatch, too. They do it in every game. It's just like kind of the way where people are just busy pushing their own responsibility on other people. I'm bored, guys. Entertain me. Entertain me, chat. I'm bored. Yeah, fucking get a personality and make your life not bored. I had a couple girlfriends that would do that shit too. Oh, that bugged the fuck out of me. Like where they say they're bored and like you're supposed to care. Like you're like, okay, get a hobby. Get a hobby. Do something you enjoy. Do something you enjoy in life. Yeah, that's a growth opportunity for you as a person. Is to find out a way to make yourself not bored. I don't think I've ever been in a scenario where I've been like, I'm bored. Like, if my mind ever goes to the point where I think I'm bored, I just find something to do. So, yeah. In most cases, people are not forcing you to be somewhere, and if you are somewhere where you're going to be bored, like work, that's just because you're getting paid money so you can do stuff that you want to. So, crazy. Okay. Let's move along, guys. We're going to play some Overwatch here tonight. I'm bored. Only boring people get bored, yep. I'm bored. I'm bored. Let's play some Overwatch. I'm bored, guys. I'm bored. I'm going to wash my coffee cup up because I'm bored. And I'm going to get a soda because I'm bored. I'll be right back so I stop being bored. 1 second, guys. Bored. I'm so bored, guys. I'm ridiculously bored. I'm so bored. I'm getting shit on in a video game. That makes me bored. Hmm. Okay. Let's do some OWs, guys. And I need to start playing comp. I need to get on earlier. I don't want to play comp at 4 in the morning when no one's playing. That sounds horrible for placement games, so. That's just another thing. Good. Yeah, and with increasing, it used to be just like a Dead by Daylight thing. But with increasing frequency, I'm starting to run into streamers where they're losing and they just say I'm bored. First time I heard that was in Dead by Daylight, a couple years ago. Starting to spread now. Make fun of people for doing it too. Why would I give a shit that you're bored? Fucking weird. Like, you're supposed to care about other people's emotional state more than your own emotional state. I don't understand it. And you're a bad person if you don't. But what about your own feelings? Apparently your own feelings don't matter. Wait, what? Question it, just do it.
Multiple hits confirmed. Double kill. Splash. Double kill. Establishing aerial position. Move. Double. When I'm hitting my shots, you can't touch me. Double kill.
Bored, guys. I'm so bored playing this game. I'm so bored right now. Oh my god, I'm bored that I'm streaming. I don't even want to stream. I'm so bored.
Up and away.
Oh jeez, I'm so bored.
Justice served.
One of these bots make me boring. Oh my god, they're boring me, guys. The bots are boring me. Why aren't the bots doing stuff that makes me not bored? Oh jeez. Almost verbatim. Like the first time that ever became a thing where it ever considered that I was supposed to give a shit was one of my girlfriends in my 20s. A couple of my girlfriends in my 20s, actually. Yeah. That's, I wouldn't say a red flag. Red flags are overused, but it's definitely something where I... If you tell me you're bored, yeah. That says more about you than what I'm supposed to give a shit about. Find something to do. Oh, we can do stuff. You know, it doesn't matter.
Strike from above.
Why don't you present an idea in which we will do because you are bored? Other people, if they're bored, they find something to do with their time.
Always room for improvement.
Like, I'm bored, maybe I should do something, like I was just mentioning. But players in Overwatch are not my girlfriends, so.
Greetings.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Increasing altitude.
attackers incoming.
Enemy here.
Stop the payload.
The rest of my health. Like, not getting the rest of your healing is actually a big deal. And the reason for that is because you literally are one shot away from death, depending on what hero you're playing against, like Widow or Hanzo.
Establishing an aerial position. I see an enemy. En route.
Yeah.
Aerial positioning. Double headshot discovered.
Hey, buddy.
Hard contact. Repositioning.
Brand.
Up and away.
I thought she was gonna appear behind me, and she didn't.
On the move.
I think she got sniped. That definitely wasn't my rockets.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she got sniped before my rockets hit. Don't find games fun. You're not supposed to have fun. Don't be fun. Don't have fun. Like, people are so bent on, like, performances, too. I don't think they... Like, they can even have fun when they aren't winning. Where'd she go? Okay. Almost. I possibly could have hit the palm tree. Like, I find a lot of, enjoyment, or I have fun in personal improvement. Like, I find fun in improving myself. I know that's definitely not everyone's cup of tea, but I definitely enjoy myself more when I'm, like, trying to improve myself. Which is why I can play quick play fucking forever. Like, you know, some people are like, you're not playing comp, it doesn't matter. But, like, if I find myself, like, I'm slowly getting better... Line of sight on Zarya. Oh my god, there's a fucking Anna down there.
Okay,
Wall
my
hack?
hand's in the game.
Maybe.
Taking to the air. Issuing an alert. Positioning.
There needs to be a code. Like, we need to develop a code for attacking the Zarya without voice comms. Taking a lot of damage from the very accurate soldier. Yeah, it's very accurate. Trying to get healed behind the wall.
Shake it off. Establishing aerial position.
The payload. I keep you up.
Wait for regroup. Hey, buddy.
Over there.
That's tough. Very, very accurate soldier.
Aerial positioning.
The rest of my health. Hey, buddy. No. came back, guys. It's very, like, because of the range difference, it's very difficult to hit the soldier and kill him at long range. This guy, I'm pretty sure, is cheating. The soldier, that is. Try Bannister teching him. We did him a little bit earlier. Did a little bit earlier on him, but there's too much shit that's overwhelming in position. But yeah, if you can find enjoyment in trying to improve yourself as a person, guys, that's like a fucking winning formula for anything in life. It doesn't matter even what you're doing. Just finding ways to improve yourself and enjoyment in doing so. Like, if you need to have someone to tell you that you're having, like, you're doing good to have fun, yeah. God. Hey, look, there's McCree there. They need to increase the sound range. They need to increase sound channels in this game, too. That's weird. Definitely looked like he's looking through the wall. Good. So who's doing that? The Anna's doing that, and McCree. And the soldier is just extremely accurate. I mean, up from the way too. Oh, didn't have enough time, guys. It's too soon. I was in the wrong position to take advantage of it. Let's check group real quick here because the match is about to end. Oh, look, these guys have default accounts. Restack. And it's people with random names or random profiles. Who are the ones that weren't in group? Not that it matters. You can join a game and then you can leave group. So if you're cheating, for instance, you'll be less likely to get banned with the rest of your crewmates.
Shake it off. Repositioning.
Get the Anna. Tried to double off. Suck my dick, dude. I don't give a shit about you. That's the guy that has an aimbot. Who's the Anna? The Anna is the Chinese name. Might be Korean too. Or, excuse me, Japanese? Korean has circles in their name, and Japanese, it flows more, whereas Chinese is more blocky. I don't know which it is. I don't think I have 7,700 damage. Fucking moron. So, soldier, pretty sure is cheating. We're gonna take a look at. He has very low damage. I don't even think it's worth it. Like, what the fuck was going on there up top? The same thing as Anna. We're gonna report the soldier. This guy. What do we beg? This guy for sure is cheating. I know what this guy was playing earlier in the match. Other than that, we didn't see anything weird. There's the Anna we saw doing something fucking weird, as well as the... Bored, guys. I'm so bored of this game. I'm so bored. You guys bored? I'm bored. Yeah, let's keep looking at Anna. Anna's just missing shit. So, like, sometimes if people are, like, just not very good at the game, you'll see them doing weird shit. You'll think it's intentional when, in fact, they just happen to be doing something really fucking weird.
Surrender to my will.
Worry about this. Soldier is who we're really, saw outside the one area. Good. But yeah, as mentioned, guys, considering streaming to the other streaming services instead of Twitch. I will not be able to go live on Twitch while this is happening. I think I'll do uploads to Twitch, restreams to Twitch, because that's not live content.
Strike from above.
Which I'm pretty sure Twitch would love if I restreamed it, not restream, I'd stream later to Twitch, stream reruns on Twitch, and then put at the top, I am available on Kick TV. Watch my Kick channel. Funny shit. Bored, guys. I'm so bored. Are you guys bored? I'm bored. I'm so bored. Why? I'm playing games and I'm so bored.
Strike from above.
Oh my god, why am I not always having fun constantly? I'm so bored.
Greetings.
I also need to change my,
Hello, forget regulation. After this mission, I'm throwing a party.
need to change my, my voice camo.
3, 2, 1.
Greetings.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
Bored. You guys bored? I'm bored. I'm bored. Bored. Genji.
Aerial position. Enemy here. Maximum.
Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, wow. Hey, guys. I was trying to body block the medkits, so,
I require healing.
they wouldn't be able to get it on the way out.
Roger that.
Yes. In 3, 2, 1. Taking off.
Need the rest of my health.
I knew it. Scatter. I see an enemy.
Oh, that's beautiful. They all turned into little skulls, guys.
Time to pick up where I left off. Aerial positioning.
Because if you find enjoyment in things that you like getting better, if you do something good, all of a sudden it makes dopamine and serotonin for you. You're like, wow, I enjoyed just 2K'ing those guys with my missile barrage and doing it well. You know, bored. So bored. What's the hook?
It's go time.
I'm not getting heals.
System repair.
There's a guy going around left. Boop, boop.
This ends now.
Wow. A lot of pent-up hatred there. I thought he was supposed to love everyone.
1-0.
Affirmative. 3, 2, 1.
Mercy at one point.
I see your sneakers. You, me, the best.
Like, I've actually seen good Lucios, guys. They just are incredibly fucking rare. Like, almost every, like, 95% of, actually, it depends on what MMR you're playing at, but a lot of Lucios literally just play to fuck around and not heal anything.
Capture
All thinking they're doing something. Want that med kit. Getting much in the way of heals. No, I don't want your balls.
Aerial positioning underway. I need healing. Let's kick this off. Concussive out.
We bopped the Zen? Yes, we did. Not who I wanted to shoot. Ping. I wanted to ping the junk.
Repositioning. Let the Kitsune guide you. Establishing aerial position.
I'm ready to overclock.
I just went into that.
My ultimate is charging.
It's pretty rare to go against Junkrats, so trying to figure out like his blast mine,
Returning
the
to
AoE
battle.
on it's fucking huge. Like trying to figure out the range on it is very difficult. Even though I played a shitload of Pharah.
I hear you.
And obviously they can still just blast mine themselves and hit them again or hit you again. So
Justice reigns from above.
what was our tank doing all game?
Play of the game.
Roadhog. Good Roadhog seems to be pretty rare.
This ends now. Who's next?
And our Sojourn too. Looks like he's wall looking.
Double.
Yeah, he's cheating.
Cybernetics regulating.
Yeah, that'd explain why we ran him over. And definitely not. This is a fallow account, meaning he didn't play up until season. He obviously did not play 3,000 hours between start of season 1 and now. A bot account or someone that reactivated their account. E? I'm not going to go through it. Blizzard can do it. It's their job. The reason we don't look at replays all the time, guys, is because it takes a shitload of time. It takes way too much time to go through a replay. You can spend 2 times, maybe even 3 times as much time in a replay as you do in the game. I'd rather play games than do replays. And reporting someone is not the same thing as getting them banned. They aren't immediately banned the moment you report them. A lot of people I report disappear. Not all of them do. If we see repeats, we lock them so I can tell if to make a new account. Which sometimes happens. We've had people that make brand new accounts with the same name, or just buy a new account and name change it. Keep on cheating and pretend that they're on a legit account still after they get banned. So I've had some people that are around for a long time and they're pretty obvious that they're cheating. I was like, am I just wrong on this? Then we block them, and then all of a sudden you see the same people with the same name and obviously the same person, but they aren't on your block list anymore. The only way they can do that is if it's a new account, alt account, new account. Some of them spend a shitload of money on legit-looking accounts still. The more hours played on it, the more expensive it is. Comp history, if you have something like GM history on it or top 500 history, it costs you even more.
Select your hero.
But it can be done, so. Alrighty. Good. Happy Third Fry. Hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. Ah, lovely.
Good leadership makes all the difference. Greetings. Hello.
I wish violence never solved anything. It would make peace so much easier.
Taking point.
Stay in sight. That'll keep you safe.
Yes. Yes.
5,
Hello.
4, 3,
You're welcome.
2,
Obviously
One.
the most precious.
attack.
Relative.
Capture objective A.
There's almost enough voice lines to actually make conversation, but still not. Yep. I gotta wait for that. Cut.
I see an enemy. Excellent team.
Got the healer. Is that a fucking Bastion? What was that?
Be careful.
It's a ram. Boop.
I'm on the objective.
Shake it off.
Konnichiwa.
Aerial positioning underway.
Taking the objective.
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
Feel free to join me.
Taking off. Hi, sunshine.
Oh, we got her. And line of sight. Z height. So there's no positional audio for verticality and sound. Widow's more than likely cheating. And she adjusted her aim for my Z height. She couldn't see me behind the wall. She could see me in the exact spot where I came around behind the wall. So.
Enemy over here. Enemy here.
Cut. Wait, why am I running from the healer? Trying to help my friends out. Cut. Hey, buddy.
Rain from above.
But
The payload has been secured. Thank you.
not much you could do in that case. He should have most won me. He had to hit headshots at me and he didn't.
Up and away.
What's that?
And Widow. That wasn't even the bet. What?
Let's show him some air power.
Ruh-roh, Shaggy.
Aerial positioning underway.
Feel free to join me.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Hi. Hello.
Negative.
Game become good? When you win, I guess? You're playing the fucking game.
Establishing aerial position. The payload is approaching. Notched another.
Fucking kill him! What the fuck is that? What? I expected our teammates with. There's 3 of them. I expected them to win, and they didn't.
Always more to learn. Increasing altitude.
Bored. So bored. Why can't we just win? Why aren't they letting us win, guys? I'm so bored. I'm so bored of this game. Why aren't they just letting us win just whenever I want to win? Why are we just not winning? I'm so bored of this fucking Kiriko ult. I'm so bored of this Genji. Oh my god, I'm so bored. Keep deflecting into me. Do it.
That had to hurt. Sniper detected.
So bored. Why do we win? It's boring winning. I'm so bored, guys. I'm so bored. Should be emote. Just bored. I'm bored. I'm so bored. We even did work. I kind of did work. Looks like our healers kind of did work too. I don't know. Both the healers. Bored.
Arriving at Watchpoint Gibraltar. Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
Strike from above. I think I went a bit overboard on the weights yesterday.
Pace yourself. That's what I always tell Reinhardt. Not that he ever listens. I still have much to learn. Yes.
Bored. 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 Bored.
Increasing altitude.
I don't know. I find that so fucking hilarious. Yeah. It's everyone else's fault that I'm bored. Bored.
I hate you.
3, 2,
You're welcome.
1. Attackers incoming.
Let's clear them out.
Stop the payload.
Excellent teamwork.
Yes. What happened to the other guy? Uh-oh.
All systems nominal.
Kind of interesting.
Up and away. Form up.
Aaron's about to die, so might as well go in. We're about to lose, excuse me. Really no point in not going in there, except to coddle your kitty. It used to be in Overwatch 1, guys, you'd see people defend the points to like the very last moment. Like, they could just barely hang on to things. Headshot. No, body shot. And... Ash. Ash, I think, is cheating.
Shove them in a locker.
Damn. Dead. Red miss. 2-hit red misses. Line of sight miss.
All systems nominal.
One of those looked like a legit miss.
Into the air. I require you better stay out of range.
There's Ash again. Pretty sure this guy's cheating. Parallel linear acceleration and velocity
Underway.
on the guy. I think this is Genji that dashed. No, the Hanzo that dashed. Christ. We need to do that so we can actually get to a healer.
For the armor.
Okay.
Eyes on a target. Increasing altitude. Dispersing.
Trying to line of sight the Ash, block my head and chest points. Seems to be working pretty good. She can't seem to aim at lower torsos and feet. Usually means they have a shitty aimbot.
Enemy here.
And deleted. All worth it. I don't know why streamers do not put more emphasis on killing tanks. It ruins pushes when you do it, assuming you still have your tank alive and like 2 DPS, or not 2 DPS.
I need healing.
There's the Ash again because I wasn't managing her. Completely ruins pushes and pre-aim. This guy's definitely cheating. Wall looking pre-aim on top of his very sketchy aim. So, 3% cheating. Might as well. I'll be here with you, baby girl. Let's see if the guy's in group.
Returning to battle.
Let's check the rest of the squad.
Hey, hey. I'm ready to rally.
Ice is the guy he's grouped with, which is the Mercy.
Aerial positioning underway. I need healing. Up and away. I'm talking. Now sweat off my brow. Behind you, my ultimate on the move. Down a minute. I am unstoppable. We have
Oh, there's a nice angle here. I don't know. I don't usually spawn camps, so.
it never gets better.
Good. He's 100% cheating. Good shit. Pre-aim on me while he's coming around the corner. He knew exactly where I was. How'd you do that? He could have ran away with that and he chose to drop down. That accomplished nothing and somehow didn't die either. He killed himself with the rockets. He shot the wall with the rockets and killed himself. Yeah, I mean, he can still do self damage, so. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah. He'll grab this.
Aerial positioning underway.
60 seconds remaining.
Nice little Farrah campy angle here. That, yeah. That's the cheater.
Thanks for the upgrade. We have en route. Enemy inside. 30 seconds. Enemy over here. We're almost at the edge.
Do it, Mercy. Do it. Got hit by the
Let the Kitsune guide you.
Zarya. She wanted that res so bad, she was willing to go to war for it.
10 seconds.
Incredible.
They're almost out of time.
Takes more time going this way. Both healers are dead, and that's a good sign. Well, that's good. Good for us, guys.
Play of the game.
So let's take a look. GG. Oh, before I forget, doing like 5 million things at once here. Let's report the Ash, which was this. Thank your healers. Was this guy? Was it the beginning of the match? No, it was like a minute in. I had enough room for like another half sentence. Then my comms. I wish you could have this for all characters. It doesn't work this way. Do you have like separate controls for Farah? For like general, it does comms too. This is actually already in your F key, whatever that is. Ping key gives you going. Holy shit, Sanjo! Oh my god! GG, 37 months. Thank you for your continued support, dude. What am I supposed to do? Teehee, hearts. There's your heart. Heart, Sanjo. Heart. Teehee, heart. Heart. That doesn't look much. Teehee, heart. Bam. Continue long-term support, guys. Good. There you go. Give you some ponies, too. Lovely. As I mentioned, and I'm going to keep mentioning if regulars stop in, I am thinking about streaming to the other platforms, which means I can't stream on Twitch. However, you can still obviously be able to see me, and I'll advertise it on my Twitter and on the Twitch channel if I decide to switch to other platforms. But if I do, I'll be streaming on Kick, Facebook Gaming, and YouTube Gaming all at the same time. So you'll have your pick and choose, whichever. I'm guessing Kick is what's going to kick off, but I don't know. It really depends. YouTube Gaming's not super horrible. We'll see. The longest streak? I don't think so. I think Thunder Dan. Well, I don't know if you remember him. He used to be around here. He's one of my earlier viewers. He stopped watching, I think, when I started streaming Dead by Daylight. And he had like a 4-year sub or something, 5-year sub. It was pretty long. I don't know, though. I haven't seen him in fucking forever. Okay. So going in is already part of my other voice comm. But yeah, I might be streaming to another platform, guys, just so you are aware. I'll do with you. Let's try go. And then there's like a... I actually don't really care. I care that they spent 4 years doing fuck all. I don't really care that there's no longer PvE. Well, there's kind of like minimal amounts of PvE, right? They're rolling basically the content into missions or whatever they're called, storylines. But just like basically they're almost no different than the vents we already got from the sound of it. So I think Star Watch was the first foray into them. So I don't care that we're no longer getting PvE. I care that they spent 4 years doing fuck all, is what it comes down to. If they spent it doing PvE, that would have been fine. If they spent it doing PvP, it would have been fine. But it seems like all we got was maybe 2 years worth of content, like prior to COVID, is what it feels like. Maybe not even that, like a year and a half worth of content when they spent 4 years doing it. I actually say that'd be about right. It feels like they maybe spent a year and a half worth of dev time on the PvE content. I don't know what the fuck they did with the other 3 years, 2.5 years of the time, but it didn't feel like they did anything meaningful. When Overwatch 2 launched, it had like what, push, and then there's a couple heroes that are trickling out now, and that's something they should have been doing all along. So yeah, I don't know what exactly they did. That's the bothersome part. Press delay. Well, it's how long you have to push it down before it becomes the menu. It definitely seems like there's something that prevents you from pinging too fast. Not pinging too fast. If I try to use my voice comms wheel, and I do it really fast, it doesn't register it for some reason. I thought there's an option in here, and I don't think there is. I think this is the amount of distance around it pings the enemy. But yeah, I don't really care about PvE, to be perfectly honest. That should have been another game. They should have commissioned people to make another game, another company, or another department inside of Blizzard. They didn't. They sacrificed the meat and potatoes of the game in order to make nothing, and that's really the tragic part of all of this. They had a AAA game and they shat on it. To chase, I guess, an MMO that they already gave up on.
Watching the skies. Taking to the air.
Double kill.
Yeah. Tragic in and of itself. Not really, I'm not really angry, I'm just disappointed. I guess is the way of looking at it. I wasn't around for those 4 years where they did a fuck all, so up until Overwatch 2 release, and it's already pretty apparent that there isn't really much here. They released the game and really much of anything, so yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if you're here for my commentary on that or watched my video on YouTube where I talked about it. I'm pretty sure Kaplan saw what was going on and left. I think an awful lot that they just let each other do whatever the fuck they want in the company. No one can tell each other what to do anymore. Like, there's either they have too many dicks in the pie, there's too many people trying to lead things.
Hello. Hello. Take care of each other out there.
Go.
Gaining augmentation.
Yes.
I
Yes.
think I like press the attack better than go. Although go's more commanding.
Much obliged.
Hello. Hello there. Affirmative.
4, 3, 2.
But yeah, it kind of feels like there's just too many people that are trying to lead things to make a name for themselves. And that fucked everything. Kiriko over here. There she is. I don't know where the DPS are. One. No, you need to go. But Oh my god, Mercy. Why didn't she leave the door? Mercy just said to leave the room.
Establishing aerial position.
Getting made. Nice. Oh, he's got squished behind me. Wow, I don't know if that was an intentional dodge or what the fuck that was. She just unintentionally dodged my concussion missile. I think she fucked up her aim. There better be infravision there. I was definitely at height, so it was infravision.
Shake it off. Increasing altitude.
On my way.
Over there.
Much obliged.
Mastering you. I will not waste this opportunity. Justice. Break off.
And there's Anzo.
Join me.
Huh. That was a long gap. I was waiting for the diva to use up her matrix.
I don't want to talk about it. Take it to the air.
Long shot. Be a pre-made. That last game, the co-op won. No. Probably, I don't remember what it's called though. Yeah.
Payload is in our care.
Guess Moira's trying to backcap it? What the fuck's going on there? Our team is literally all over the fucking place. I was trying to join up with the Moira.
Group up. Receive my aid. They outnumber us. Keep it tight. Hail crystal.
Those all headshots? He's nowhere.
Get into the field.
For all I died, it's
Let's
faster,
show 'em
guys.
some air power. Up and away.
Dude. Why the fuck is our team not grouping up?
Move up with me.
We're missing our tank.
Aerial positioning underway.
Huh?
Let them up.
Pretty sure the BAP is cheating. Good.
Returning to battle.
It's not uncommon. BAP actually does a shitload of damage if you guys don't know.
On the move.
It does 120 DPS.
My will. Dispersing. Nice. Keep it up. Forward barrier active. Taking off.
Alright. Oh my god.
Justice reigns from all.
The payload has
Definitely feels like pre-made. Dead.
I don't want to talk about it.
I saw the new co-op game for Aliens, or not Aliens. Yeah. This team has some serious issues with trickling.
Kick this off. Be the way. Let the kitsune guide you. I bless you. Increasing altitude. Move back.
careful. We're outnumbered.
Good.
Systems nominal.
But Aliens, not Aliens, Starship Trooper. This is a convenient last stand, so. Baptiste, I'm very certain is cheating. Let's do an invite and see who's in groups here. Oh, it's a Zim user.
Okay, my head's in the game.
Complete pre-made? Yes, it is. It's a 5-stack. Who's the Mr. Free?
Taking off.
Called that shit. Also explains the Hanzo.
Apagando las luces. EMP activated. Shake it off. Up and away.
Yeah. So, this is a 4-stack of Zim users, guys. Isn't that fucking phenomenal? None of those guys are exhibiting gamepad aim in any way, shape, or form. At all. Like, this is not joy-packed aim at all. In any way, shape, or form.
Thanks for the assist. Let's show him some air power. Increasing altitude.
BAF is one of the most obvious ones. The Hanzo also makes sense, too.
Why isn't the payload en route? Concussive out.
I don't know where she went, don't care. Don't have enough time to fuck around with them. Got him. Good. Funny shit, guys. This is what this is the eventuality of Overwatch. It's not just a cheat squad. This is a Zim squad, which is basically the same thing as like it's almost basically confirmed. 4-stack of cheaters. Like it's technically legal, but you can totally tell these are not gamepad users.
Player of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, that though. Was there anyone here on our team that was denying this? That's what I want to see first of all. Was that anyone on our team that actually thought they aren't Zim users on our team? Yeah, they all just happen to have keyboards plugged in, guys? Yeah? Not a single one of them was their teammate. I'm gold? Yeah, that's the Baptiste that doesn't miss shots. Yeah. So... You guys are getting reports. The other guy, who is the PC player? Guy, the Kiriko. Oh, this guy's probably just cheating. Fucking Christ. Birds of a feather stick together, guys. Yeah. Yeah, the Sombra definitely... You can tell, like, it's very flat planes when you look at gamepad usage. It's incredibly flat because of the way joysticks work. Whoa. Okay, and then the Kiriko. Have anything going on there? All four of these guys are definitely using Zims. Fucking Christ, guys. Fuck. What Overwatch has become. It's not just cheating, you have... That's the first time I've seen a fucking 4-stack of Zim users. What the fuck is this game? And why do they allow that? Jesus Christ, save us with the anti-cheat, for the love of God. Holy fuck. It's apparently pretty easy to integrate, too, according to website, like AnyBrain. They talk about it. Fucking end this shit. Like, it can detect behavior that looks like a Zim, because Zims and gamepads are very easy. Mouse and keyboard is very easy to tell apart from a gamepad. Very, very easy. Matter of fact, you should start there if you have no idea what an aimbot looks like or what behavior looks like and you can't tell it apart. They look completely different from each other. And there's high-level console players and not console, high-level gamepad users on Twitch, so consoles too, but mainly gamepad. Because you can play gamepad on PC now, so you get the benefit of aim assist.
Don't be afraid to ask for help out there.
It was a hot topic in Apex. Makes a lot of sense, because it didn't make sense when the fucking was added in the first place. That's putting aside Zim users. Absolutely incredible.
4, 3, 2, 1. Objective unlocked in 30 seconds.
Hello. Repositioning.
Is longer than normal range.
Thanks for the update.
Free it. No idea what our teammates are doing. Our entire team just got flanked by their team. This is probably another pre-mid.
Let's show him some air power. Hey.
I tried to go and help the healers, and then the healers didn't help me.
Establishing aerial
Good.
position. Stick with the robot. Jump. Repositioning. Messy, but we got it done.
Where she went?
Over there. Yes. We pulled ahead. Let's keep up the pace.
What?
Is that the bat from last game?
Yes.
Increasing altitude. I don't think so. I see an enemy. Watching the skies.
I can't get an ult in there. I like how there's no physics in any way, shape, or form in this game, guys. When I hit the guy with this concussion arrow, it was immediately discounted by his double jump. No physics in there in any way, shape, or form. There isn't two acceleration values or anything. It's one cancels the other one. Makes no sense. And people are talking about, oh my god, the physics interactions in Zelda are amazing right now. And in this game, you can't even have physics interactions. Bye. One of the biggest quality of life buffs you could make to her is allowing her to cancel her ult. A very, very simple thing.
Get off.
Show you.
On the move. To me. Stereo positioning underway. Enemy here. I'll cover you. I'm on it.
Yes.
Over there. Enemy over here. Forward spawn. Increasing altitude. The robot pushing our bear. Concussive out. Scoop and shoot.
Amplification matrix ready.
Hey.
Hello.
Yes. How's it going?
Sad place we are. People are actually finding fun in cheat squads. I mean, they did this prior. I guess for some reason to them, it doesn't feel like a Zim is a cheat when it is. Basically, aim assist with the keyboard and mouse. So just not likely to get banned. Blind sighted him with my missile. Good. And then, hallelujah. Hallelujah, guys. We do a lot better when there's no Zims involved. Is this the Goblin guy, a Zim user? No. I think it's someone else.
Light them up.
Someone's sucking a dick. Okay. I need to take a piss, guys. Our Baptiste is more than likely cheating. The new thing that cheaters love using for some reason is Baptiste now. I mean, Anna and Baptiste are definitely go-tos if you're cheating. He does a lot of damage. He does way more than he should. I'm looking for social. Yeah, this guy is definitely cheating. Plat, and now he's a Grandmaster. Plat for a very prolonged period of time. Oh. Master. Top 500 too. You can basically tell when he started cheating. Overwatch 1. Okay, I'm gonna take a piss, guys. I'll be right back in 1 second. BRB. Alrighty. Oh, I should get a water too. Okay. Hey, History. Good evening, dude. What's going on? Not much. Just had a 4-stack of Zim cheaters. That's pretty impressive. Make this shit up. Zim's technically not cheating, but it's definitely cheating. Off we go.
Now entering King's Row.
Probably a fucking another Zim user on their team. Siddiq, the guy on our team, is a healer. And their cross-platform player is a DPS.
All and a cause worth fighting for.
Fucking ridiculous.
Hello.
Go! Go! Just deliver. I'm going in.
Yes.
Stay sharp. It's harder to keep you alive when you're distracted.
Hello. You're welcome.
5, 4, 3,
Establishing aerial
1.
position.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A. 2.
Neon.
Returning to battle. On the move.
Yep. Playing Genji. That's a gamepad user. And cheating fucking Widow on top of it. Let's take a look. I think they're grouped with Biosstack again? It's fucking
Taking
Biosstack.
another approach.
You need this.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
Yeah.
Taking off.
I mentioned the guy that's actually cheating.
Be advised.
Bam shots.
The skies await.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Ahlan.
They outnumber us. Keep it tight. Increasing altitude.
The Widow's definitely cheating, mind you. Yeah. That's supposed to be a fucking gamepad user. That's not a gamepad user. Doing like instant 180s and shit. Zim users are incredibly easy to spot. Widow's cheating. No. Blade reaction. Blade reaction.
Dispersing. Right back at you. Justice reigns from above. Let the Kitsune guide you. All systems nominal. Establishing aerial position. On the move. Raise upon us.
Okay. Yeah, don't worry about fucking healing.
Shake it off.
We'll take a look at the Genji at the end here. We're gonna report the Widow for sure.
Defeat. Play of the game.
They flicked the wrong way and then it snapped back to the target. Jesus Christ. They're so fucking bad. Like, it's one thing if you get a cheater that's just, like, really good. It's another thing when people can't fucking flick the right way and then it still fucking snaps to the target. Jesus, what the fuck is going on in this game?
Now entering.
Fuck. We're gonna take a look at the Genji.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
I said he's a Zim user. Oh, I might not be a Zim user. Could have also unplugged after I mentioned. Let's take a look at the beginning of the match before I say. This is why you never mention people cheating in the middle of the match. One, it fucks around with the results, and two, it's just going to lead to the same thing.
Sorry.
Which is,
It keeps me sharp.
you're bad. You're mad, stay mad. He just plays his mom's basement 24/7, 365. Widow was definitely cheating. This guy might not be a Zim user. Yeah, this is what a normal gamepad looks like. Notice how it's very left, right, up, down. You'll see an axis change. It's not like you can imagine making yeah, this is a gamepad. Notice how it's very linear, direction-wise changes. It's very geometrical in the way it looks. This is what a gamepad looks like. You can see basically where it turns around, you can only turn so fast. Because it basically matches out as whatever its acceleration is. So this wasn't a Zim. Might have changed, let's fast forward. Sometimes people play with gamepad and then they turn on their Zim too, which is fucking weird. Like when it's basically like people toggling on their cheats to begin with. They like to pretend they're legit. That is a gamepad. I was wrong. It's just a gamepad. Widow was cheating for sure though. Oh, doesn't know how to charge the rifle. I forgot to put that in the report. Well, we're having some fun and exciting games tonight, guys. Good.
Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
Want my clout. What? So, no cross-platform, basic icon, private.
I've learned a lot from my experiences.
Press the attack. Hello.
Support your local bombardier.
Hello. Greetings.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
Press the attack.
Headshot.
Health restored. Positioning. Claiming the objective.
I see an enemy here.
G'day, cover.
Taking off.
You can get one. Oh, that wasn't even the. Uh-oh. Rah-rah! Looks like we got a toggler. Good for him.
I knew I could help you. Carrying position.
I mean, so. Sure, so could I.
Heroes never die.
I almost lost that. I knew what he was trying to do, too. Perfectly line of sighting me.
Thanks for that. Messy, but we got it done. Justice.
Ah,
Heat check confirmed.
pretty sure the freeze shooting.
Get in there.
Ah,
En route. I see an enemy.
ooh. We got that midair with the boosted rocket on him, and he double guessed his life. No idea where that is. Ah.
Excellent teamwork. Thanks for the assist.
Hurry up.
And absolutely beautiful.
1-0.
Absolutely beautiful. It's so beautiful. And then we have a Junkrat somewhere doing something.
Until they call Helix in tears at 2 in the morning because the wolf
The explosions are so beautiful, guys.
Hello. Yes.
4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
I am empowered. En route.
I know, there's a Lucio right next to me. I don't have time to look at him. Done? There we go. Bye.
The objective is now
I will not waste this opportunity.
Res. I thought she was going in for res. I was like, nah, she's not going to do that. She did.
All systems nominal.
Going for the res on the soldier.
Aerial positioning underway.
My ultimate is nice.
Excellent teamwork.
I didn't need to do that. Fucking Mercy shooting me too.
Dispersing.
Possibly could have pushed him off the edge if I hit that. Probably gonna land on me. You know that feeling when you know they're just the missiles are just good? You know the missiles going in are just good, and they're just gonna hit the target. There's nothing they can do about it.
Thanks for the assist.
Like see them flying through the air. Oh, that's a great feeling.
Aerial positioning underway.
It's like watching death before it happens. It doesn't happen all the time. You catch those glimpses sometimes. Oh. Had to kill her, even though she wasn't in prime. Reason for that is she was gonna sleep dart me if I didn't. So good. The Mercy actually went in with us too when we went over the top. Dead Bob. Oh, that's the end of her. Nice. Oh my god, guys. GG. Having some pretty good games here tonight. Fucking phenomenal. GGers, guys. GG. Oh my god. Yeah. Ah. My shots feel pretty good tonight. Pretty on target. Don't want a new modder. It's not going to change. Hopefully, it's Computex are going to announce the release day of the PG-248 QP. The other 500 Hz modder from Alienware is a dumpster. Not even worth buying over 360. Their IPS panel.
Welcome. Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
Good. Good.
Strike from above. Press the attack.
More field research.
Taking off.
The eye will not fail. The hands will not flinch. us all find the cause worth fighting for.
Hello.
5, 4,
Press the attack.
3,
Yes.
2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Thanks for the upgrade. On the move.
The same Ash from last match. Yes, it is.
Okay, my head's in the game.
Might have a chip on their shoulder. May lead to other things.
Establishing aerial position. Enemy over here.
Ah.
Aerial positioning underway.
Very, very reactive. Very accurate, McCree. Very accurate, McCree. Like 25% miss chance.
Hey, where is everybody?
Three might be cheating. We missed that.
Thanks for the upgrade.
Objective lost.
Got
Dispersing.
Yeah. You just hit 5 shots in a row, but because of damage fall off, he didn't actually kill me. There's
Positioning.
very, very crude damage fall off in this game. I don't know why it's so crude. Oh, bless me, guys. Because it just goes from one number to another number, and there's no, like, linear fall off. Most games, especially like Planet Side 2, for instance, with linear fall off, makes it very easy to intuitive, very intuitive. This game doesn't have that. Hey, buddy. And I'll do that.
I see an enemy.
Wait. That's McCree. He's definitely cheating. He just snapped from the Zarya to me.
I don't want to talk about
Perfectly went the opposite direction.
En route.
It's funny because Ash actually has more limbs than he does. guy just likes fucking around with me on the buildings.
Concussive out. Repositioning.
Special delivery.
Oh. Just down my dick with a mercy on him, guys. That's all he's doing. And every time we try to push to kill the mercy, it hits, so.
Well deserved. I don't think so.
Got it.
Much better.
And 2-tap. The voice comms.
All systems nominal. On the move.
In type MN.
God. Wrong things just happened there. Do it. Can I?
Enemy here.
Just as hard trying to hit both of them.
Thanks for the upgrade.
Oh. 2-tap. Oh, that's McCree. I thought they swapped. The Ash was playing someone else, and the Ash swapped with the soldier.
My ultimate is ready. Come on.
No, that's a cheater.
Step right.
Bye. Ah. Yeah, no, so they swap places. Yeah. So this is the guy that's cheating. They play like the same characters. This guy played Reaper for a little bit. This is the guy that's cheating now. I thought he was really accurate. I was about to think that the other DPS was cheating. No, it's the same guy. Probably is cycling through characters based on big accuracy. What's going on? Shit. Guy. Oh, what he is. Velocity. There we go. Velocity. Good. Lovely. We're actually having some pretty good games here tonight, guys.
Strike from above. Aerial positioning underway.
Fucking Winston just on my dick. We had pretty good healers. Let's make sure we think our healers. Our Anna's pretty good. I didn't know we had a Zara. That was a hit. Or the floor.
Perfect hit. Up and away. I don't think so.
Shots are on tonight.
A clean kill.
Double kill. Triple kill.
Multiple hits confirmed.
Double kill.
Increasing altitude. Repulsion.
Ah. Oh, lovely.
Double kill.
Dispersing. Mind the gap.
He would have died. Bitch, you just walk away from me. Don't you just walk away, bot. Next game. Good. Happy Third Friday, guys. Hope you guys are a wonderful evening, though.
Entering. Kings prepare to attack.
Hi.
Select your hero.
Bye. Hi. Willis, what you talking about?
Strike from above.
Hey, can I look at the race on your suit again?
I thought you preferred to stay on the ground.
It's a different idea I had. I just thought the view from up there would be inspirational.
You dare close your eyes. Is Farrah trying to pork Bridget? Or is Bridget trying to pork Farrah? Or is Bridget trying to get porked by Farrah? Maybe that's the direction we're supposed to look at.
Hello. I'm going in. Affirmative.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing.
Over there!
Capture objective A.
Squad up. I am power.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Double taking the point. Moving. Repositioning. Enhancing your strength.
I don't know what the fuck she's doing.
Elimination mid-ascent.
Objective A. Capture.
Thanks for the assist.
Escort the payload.
Missed. Like they're trying to kite me away? For whatever reason.
Got the payload. Move with me.
There's definitely a problem with people in this game where they're too risk adversive to die, and then they just don't perform. Like, they aren't capable of performing properly. I don't want to sit in the cart, but no one's sitting in the cart, so I'm going to sit in the cart.
I knew I could count on you. Aerial positioning.
I'd like to be able to go in, but... Cart. Lovely.
Enemy over here.
Thought he was gonna go for the med kit.
Scatter. Angel at your shoulder. Moving the payload. Let's keep it going.
Now we can sit on the cart and fire. Good win, guys.
Concussive out.
Tactical visor
Adaptive circuit.
You are sitting on the cart. Huh.
Burning them
Weird.
down.
They also looked like they were looking at me through the wall before they came around the corner.
Returning to battle.
Hmm.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
On the move.
Is that really delayed? Because I spawned at the new spawn prior to... No, I didn't. The new spawn's there. Never mind.
Positioning.
Kurt.
Got the payload. Move with me.
My tactical visor is charged.
Not waste this opportunity.
Do it again. Do it again. That is... Back it up. Basically, whoever he looks at while he's in his ult is dead. What?
I'm back. Blast it. I got power. Enemy here.
Hey, buddy.
Aerial positioning underway.
Hello. Pretty sure he's cheating. He wasn't earlier.
No one can hide.
Yeah, he's
from
pre-aiming
my
too.
sight.
Just watching people through walls even without pre-aim on. Or Widow infravision.
Okay, my head's in the game. I need healing.
Taking
Thanks for the assist.
he hopped the wrong way. Brian's way in front. Got. There we go. He was way out of position.
Well deserved. Over there.
That BAP is also insanely accurate. Let's check. See if they're in groups. Nathan and Frosty.
We can do better than this. Come on.
Alright. At least those two aren't. Good. Yep. You think she has infravision this time? She wasn't shooting at the Anna, she was waiting for me to come around the corner. Despite having shots on the Anna multiple times. It even looked like the aim flicked to her and she just didn't shoot. Yep. Guy's 100% cheating. Yep. Pre-aim. There's no infravision going on there, guys. Yep. Good for him. He's done that multiple times already. Blindsided himself. That I also think is cheating. I think he's like so far out of place.
Incoming.
The skies await. Taking
an anchored bat. Yep. The Widow is 100% cheating. Bap, I'm also very certain is cheating. Take a peek at the Bap. We're gonna report the Widow. Girl. Right, what is he? That's a rage toggle. Don't know. Let's take a look at the Baptiste. He toggled, I think, when he went Bap. Was he Bap the entire match? Not when he went Bap. It's around P2 is when he started pegging me constantly. Basically after P2 cap.
Entering. Ready.
Yeah. That was pretty straightforward. I mean, the Blanton wall, like, normally you don't get that. Like, it's tough to pick out really good aim from, like, just a really good player, right? Then he starts getting down to, like, deviation and shit like that. But that guy was, like, looking at, like, it's like he had infravision on without infravision on. Like, just the way of looking at it, just the way Widow's reactive, the way of thinking about it. This guy's cheating too. Let's see.
What is that melody?
Pretty sure he reacted before she saw her come over the edge. Yeah, right there. You reacted when she was going up.
What is that melody?
Helden.
Reacting time though. One of the things when people are cheating is usually they have really shitty reaction time. Not all the time. Obviously you can get good players that just cheat, which just makes them absurdly OP. But you'll get people oftentimes that don't react properly even when they have an advantage. Probably one of the reasons they cheat in the first place. We had a fucking 4-stack Zim players tonight? Jesus fucking Christ. With the PC players so they could get into PC lobbies? Absurd shit. And Zim players, if you know what a gamepad looks like when they're aiming, it looks absolutely nothing. That guy's cheating, more than likely. It looks absolutely nothing like gamepad player when you're using a mouse and keyboard. Line of sight. Line of sight. There's a beam up there.
shot of hell. Barrier is nearly spent. Now you see me? Now you don't.
He's healing an anti-Sigma. What? Baptistes that are using an aimbot, guys, are one of the most obnoxious things in the world to deal with because they do the bouncy house spam over and over again. And Bap doesn't fall at the same speed that other characters do, and he has a lot of mobility when he's falling. It makes him very, very difficult to shoot. If you guys are curious why it's so difficult to hit a Bap, it's because he like slow falls when he falls. It's not the normal speed for falling, and he has a lot of mobility when he's falling. The most difficult things in the world to hit. Aiming directly at my position. Stopped and went for the bridge instead, though. I think this guy's cheating as well. I wasn't sure about it, that's why we're watching the replay. Normally we don't watch replays, it takes a lot of time. Widow, we aren't even going to bother watching. Maybe with min-lock distance, too?
We are outnumbered.
Earlier in the match, he wasn't doing that shit. It was later on. It's this guy. Okay. That's a pretty rare one, by the way, where they watch, like, literally the position you're about to pop out from. That's basically usually an instant ban. It's one thing you never actually are capable of doing. The best thing you can do is, especially Z-height, the best thing you can do is with surround sound. Obviously, with positional audio, you can kind of pick out where people are, but that still has a margin of error to it. Let's see. Very accurate unit of measurement, specifically because depending on the pixel density will change the amount of distance this is. So if you have a 4K monitor that's 4K monitor that's 24 inches, or you have a 1080p monitor that's 24 inches, the amount of pixels in an inch is going to be completely different, right? Of that, I generally don't take time to do that because you waste a bunch of time when you look at replays compared to playing the game, and I'd rather play the game than watch replays. But I think we're going to call things here tonight, guys. Tomorrow will be more of the OW2, so you guys have that to look forward to, or not to look forward to, depending on your preferences. But yeah, I'm out here for the scene. We had some really good games tonight, I'm not going to lie. Like, even with the cheating, my aim felt on, aim felt responsive, and I was hitting my shots, too. Felt pretty good, so even when we're getting dicked on. Probably the worst tonight was our Zim lobby. A 4-man Zim lobby with one PC player to get them into our group. Not even joking, that was a thing. Let's see. Yeah. Yep. What the fuck? Yeah. Good for them. That'll happen. But alright, guys. I'm out for this evening, guys. If you're new to the stream, enjoyed the bullshit, enjoyed the fun, you enjoyed all the cheating, Make sure you hit the follow button in the top right-hand corner. You stream every day from evening to late night in GMT-6. So 8 to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time to 1 to 2 a.m. Give or take. It depends what's going on in my life, what's happening, etc., guys. The usual shenanigans, guys. I'm out here for the evening, guys. Yeah, a lot of change tonight, but pretty good games in my opinion. We do have to, I need to get on earlier, but that's just the way it is. Right now, my life takes precedence. My real life takes precedence over streaming, mainly because I make money off my real life as opposed to streaming. So that's just the way it goes. At least until I become a Twitch millionaire, and then, it's streaming then, real life. But until then, As I mentioned before, I might be switching to Kick and Facebook Gaming / YouTube, all three at the same time. If I decide to do that, I can't stream to Twitch or I lose my partnership. So, yeah, I just want to get more visibility and more people in chat and, maybe grow a little bit. But, yeah. Stream schedule has been pushed back probably about 2 hours, so it's usually about 11 to 4 in the morning-ish. So, yeah. But alright, guys. I'm out here for this evening, guys. Thanks for watching my stream as always, and I hope you guys have a wonderfully fantastic Thursday night and Friday morning. Have a good day, guys.